Hello, and welcome back to Doomed. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay, storytelling, taking it easy on one's voice, and no green screen. Welcome one, welcome all. Crosshair, the quote bot, is always correct, as you are well aware. Today's stream will be a roller coaster of emotions. Bum 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 bum. I'm gonna start learning some little vamps, and that'll be very funny for the stream. So great question. Flower asks an excellent. Welcome one and all to Doomed. I'm very excited because today is the chilling, excitement conclusion of this current campaign. Charlie Kane through the Scarlet Keys. Things were going great until he tried to rescue Lee Flint from the woman with the red parasol, and he ended up getting fucked up. I like chill tokens. Hi. So Flower, just to respond to that first. I haven't been sans beard in a long ass time. Feels like forever. I had an audition a few days ago. That makes more sense, Crosshair. I like that. Bum 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 bum. Now that's the baseball one, but whatever. Flower. I had an audition a few days ago that was for a youthful role. So I figured this made me look a little more useful. Flower. Why did you have to remind me? But does Charlie regret the day of margaritas and cigars on the beach? Probably not. All right. Here's the deal for today. Team, we're going to recap where we're at. We're going to quickly look at... we have to get to Tunguska, which is the finale. And on the way, we might get a little bit more cool stuff. A youthful role wanted to look useful. I wanted to look very useful. You can kind of see the green screen in the corner there, actually, which is kind of cute. Yeah, oh, well, thank you, Flower. I do feel very young. Okay, let's get to it. I don't think people want to just listen to me blab all... I mean, actually, I guess famously, that's why you're here. Charlie Kane went with Inspector Lee Flint to London. They met the red-gloved man. They recovered the Eye of Ravens. Istanbul. My God, Crosshair, you don't even know what you look like under there. I also did not know what I looked like under here. They went to Istanbul and helped H.A. Sahim recover another key. Then on to... I can't remember. Did some other stuff. On to Havana to help save Desi, we think. Then Anchorage worked alongside another Coterie agent, Thorn, to bring down a beast. Then back to Ybor City to recover another key. On to Marrakesh, where there was no hope of saving anybody. And then right back to Shanghai, Hong Kong, Kuala Lumpur. Lee Flint was dead. The woman with the red parasol was very powerful. And that is where we have found ourselves. Charlie Kane has 2 mental trauma from Kuala Lumpur, or just general. Oh, nice. Tony Stark. So you kept this part, Crosshair, I assume. I don't know. Does he have a goatee in all the comics and stuff? We need to get to Tunguska. That's the last thing. However, I can see on this map, it's 2 locations away. I can see just one quick trip to Kabul, which is another one of my maybe we can recover the Eye of Ravens if we're lucky. So I like it. I'm going to do it. But I want to just get to it, team. No time like the present. Oh, there's someone from the museum on the case. Well, that's exciting, Crosshair. Feels like they'd have to have a pretty good team to recover someone like... Agnes Baker. It's a good question, Flower. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say Kathmandu. Just feels exciting. It was Kathmandu was one of the original locations in the poll that I put up. I don't remember how many people voted for it, but it got some votes, I think, so that's where I'm going to go. Okay. Charlie Kane is beaten, bloodied, terrified. He was confronted by the woman with the flower of death, which sounds like a euphemism, but I swear it's not. Amaranth from Marrakesh. He got absolutely messed up in the alleyway. in the alleyways of Kuala Lumpur and has limped off, knowing that Lee Flint is dead, and there we are. Do we have time for both? Oh, hell, Flower. Oh, sure, Flower, why not? I don't think Bombay is going to be... Well, we'll see. I don't know if it's going to be particularly interesting, but we'll see. 36. And I will mark a time. See, because at Omega 35, we have to immediately go to the finale, so I think I want to get there before then. Oh, Flower, I swear to God. Oh, quick fun fact here. These are the people we haven't seen the last of. Red Glove Man, Amaranth, and Susan Yang, the whisper in your ear. Check where you are on the map. Oh, this is called Strange Architecture. If you're in Bombay, proceed to Strange Architecture 1. The air is deliciously warm as you wait for a tram in southern Bombay. With several days until the next leg of your journey, you allow yourself to be drawn in by the city's intoxicating color and light. A whirlwind first day sees you visit various temples, curio shops, bazaars. Sounds like a waste of time to me, just kidding. Bright orange flowers hang by strings from bamboo racks as you make your way through the bazaar toward the Colaba Causeway, where the Gateway of India looks out onto the waterfront. As the day turns to evening, you continue to explore back alleys and side streets lit by delicately inlaid bronze lamps. The air is thick with unknown scents and hazy shapes as you lose yourself in the heady atmosphere of the old city. As you make your way to your hotel, you cross a wide thoroughfare into the Kalagoda district and stroll down its old winding roads. If the cell appreciated the architecture, proceed to Strange Architecture 2. That's not something I remember, so we're going to go to Strange Architecture 3. However, I will just check. It would be here, but it is not. Oh, I don't like that. Precisely when she intends to. As you navigate the labyrinthine art district, one facade in particular stands out to you. A narrow building with handsome cornice molding and intricate stonework is wedged between two older local buildings. The number 13 is carved next to a pair of austere wooden doors. Over the door is a slate frieze that depicts a cast of mythological figures, some recognizable, some not. The building itself looks out of place amidst the intricate architecture of the surrounding area. The look of the building makes you feel vaguely uneasy the longer you study it. There is a coldness, a sharpness to the building's design, accentuated by jagged quans, and harsh angles, Quoins. Coin, it's probably from the French coin, which is corners. We'll see. Something about the wide black windows, the dark interior, denotes the emptiness of a hollow skull. The darkness in the evening only magnifies the sense of eeriness. Others do not seem so willing to linger here. The cell appreciated the architecture. You may embark. Agent Flint is dead, but the cell appreciated the architecture. You know what they say? Architecture. If you can't have your friends, you can at least have some buildings. I love it, Flower. All right, whoops. Oh, no, we were going to go to Kathmandu. I'm marking another time. An external corner of a wall, a cornerstone, or a keystone. Huh. Okay. Well, definitely not the wedge for adjusting cannons, but, you know. Wait, whoa. What's the number? 53, sorry. Oh god, yeah, you don't want to destroy the world. Whistle on the Wind. Subject 53V, hereafter made with the scarlet sash, appears as a teenage girl of unknown descent, wearing a white dress and red sash. Locals in region have reported seeing a spirit matching the subject's description, heralded by a high-pitched whistling sound. A chill breeze flutters through the streets of Kathmandu, along with a faint, shrill whine. To the northwest, dirty dishes. To the north, the Himalayas loom over the city, only their peaks illuminated by the westward sun. Pinks and purples bathe the sky in vibrant beauty. You could stare at such a breathtaking sight forever. But you have a job to do. Despite the quiet, peaceful evening, that soft, sharp piping does not cease, like an aching sense of dread in the back of your mind. As the evening drags on and the whistling grows louder, You realize you're the only one who can hear the strange sound. It feels as though it's reaching out to you directly. As if it hears you too, as if it knows. On a whim, you close your eyes and strain to listen closer. It's difficult to tell where exactly the sound is coming from. It seems to waft all around you and echo through the streets, but it grows in volume as you round the nearest corner and head north, and so north you continue. Eventually, you reach an art gallery nestled between several age-old buildings. It's very hot in here. I have an AC going in the next room, but it's doing nothing, so I'm opening a window. And hopefully the wind will return. Eventually, you reach an art gallery nestled between several age-old buildings. The whistling here is fevered and unpleasant, like a boiling kettle. Though the gallery is closed at this late hour, you are able to find an open side entrance. You brace yourself and enter the gallery, where dozens of Nepalese sculptures and paintings are on display, many carved out of wood or stone, others made out of ashtadhatu, an amalgam of 8 different metals, and still others made of terracotta. The whistling suddenly stops the moment you reach the rearmost section of the gallery, where a single lot remains strangely empty. Quick sidebar. Paul Prospero is currently investigating the mystery of the Whistling Man. Just interesting. Interesting synchronicity. There is no trace of what might have been there, just an empty space where something historic and treasured is clearly meant to be. Then, a lone voice pierces the sudden quiet, speaking in a language you do not understand. You turn on your heels, body tensing. On the other end of the hall is a girl dressed in white, her figure seemingly ethereal in the faint beams of fading sunlight that permeate the building. Her long black hair is draped over her face, masking her expression. A long scarlet sash wrapped around her waist flutters behind her, despite the fact that there is no breeze. You freeze. The figure of the girl does not move. Her hair and sash drift steadily in the stillness. Then she speaks once more. Again, you don't understand a single word of it, though you notice she switched languages. Recognizing a few root words, you realize she's using Latin. She speaks again, this time in what sounds like ancient Greek. If she's trying to communicate, you may be wise to play along. You ask her what she's doing here and why she guided you here. Her response is another language that eludes you, this one sounding somewhat like a blend of Egyptian and Greek. If an investigator has the drifter trait. Due to the language barrier, it's difficult to get a sense for what she wants from you. As you attempt to decipher her intent, she approaches slowly, her steps making no sound whatsoever along the wooden floor. She gestures to the empty lot next to you and whistles softly, as though the sound might carry with it some meaning. You wonder if perhaps there might have once been something here, and then you realize it is gone, vanished from history without so much as a trace. You recall the woman's name from the Foundation's dossier and ask her if she's also on the trail of the entities responsible for these kinds of disappearances. Aliki Uperatria does not seem to understand you, but she tilts her head in recognition at the sound of her own name. Then she wrenches something from around her neck and extends it to you in a closed fist. I have to decide, accept what she's offering or do not accept. I'm going to look here as well. Flower says, fun fact, window comes from the Norse word vindaug, wind eye. The wind can see you, even if it doesn't decide to come in. That's a good word. I like that. Aqua iacta est. The water has been thrown. Charlie Kane has allies. Charlie Kane has made connections with other members of the Coterie. But in this moment, a spirit offering some sort of charged, cursed possession, it's too much. It is too close to it's too close to everything that's happened in Kuala Lumpur. The shades of suffering. That woman was a spirit devourer. And this spirit-like creature is now offering him something, and I think he's freaked out. So we're not going to accept her offer. Oh, well, Flower, the art student might know a few words, but they'd be art-related, not like communications-related. Whistle on the Wind 3. You back away with caution. If a member of the Coterie, especially one as cryptic and potentially dangerous as Aliki, is offering you something, it can't mean anything good. Besides, your mission is to ensure they cannot collect any more keys, not to cooperate with them. right? I mean, that's not quite true, but that's okay. Aliki's hand lowers along with the temperature in the room. She seems to sense your mistrust and returns it tenfold, though she no longer attempts to speak. Oh, he does. Yeah, he doesn't take any bribes. The cold wind returns, and to your surprise, she is gone. The cell refused Aliki's offer. Okay. I think in this moment, he's like, I have had it with this supernatural shit. I am terrified. Absolutely not. Each investigator earns 1 experience. I know exactly what I'm going to spend that on if I don't earn any more. Remove a tablet, add a elder thing. Remove a tablet, add an elder thing. And then it also says if there are already 4, gain an XP instead, which I already spent my XP as a PS, so I will. Exactly, Flower. I'm terrified. You may embark. All right, team. Charlie Kane is not having any more of the spiritual stuff. He has... Oh, yes, of course, Crosshair. We are going to go to Kabul in the meantime, which I think is... What the hell? 13? 14. Woof woof. I think so, Crosshair. Let's have a look. I don't remember if it said anything about it, which is a bit weird to me. When you embark, you may travel wherever you wish, blah, blah, blah. Each space is connected, yada, yada, yada. At each space, there's a letter and a number combination. Some locations are marked with a green border. Once you've stopped, you cannot start again. I have to assume so. Right? Because normally it's between scenarios, and I'm currently between scenarios. I mean, I sure fucking hope so, because otherwise I'm going to have 1 XP that I'm going into a finale with. I think it's a finale anyway. So I'm going to spend it. Ruses and reclamations. So, let's not forget, Charlie Kane visited San Juan and searched frantically for the man with the red gloves and the artifact, the key that he stole, to no success. So, gather an enemy's concealed mini-card. If wrong leads is recorded in your campaign log, gather 1 fewer decoy for each tally mark recorded next to it. So, last time, we gathered the red-gloved man and 3 decoys. This time, just 2 decoys. We flip, and we shuffle. And then we draw. If it is a decoy, or if it's the enemy's concealed mini-card. Wish me luck, everyone. While visiting Bombay and Kathmandu, Charlie got a lead on the red-gloved man and knows that it will be... He is nearing his destination. Perhaps the red-gloved man is already in the area. Oh, damn it. Oh, I didn't realize, Flower. Ah, shit. Fine. It was a decoy. You search every known coterie, sanctum, and safe house in the region, looking high and low for the villain who stole your precious cargo, but find nothing. Either they're not here, or they're so well hidden that searching any more thoroughly would be a waste of time. Wrong leads, 1 tally mark, you may embark. Well, shit. So, oh, did I didn't spend time to go to Kabul. I did not spend time to go to Kabul. Whoops. Dead. Honestly, Flower? I think Charlie would, yeah. He's like, this is the most important thing right now. This is the fate of the world. There's lots of places we haven't been yet. The other places where he could be are like Quito and Reykjavik, and that's way too far. My expedited ticket is done. So I think, team, we're on our way to Tunguska. We made it with 2 days to spare. Maybe she'll die. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Maybe she'll die. I actually should just look at what page. Where am I going? SOS. for Hong Kong. 59. All right, team. Get ready. Congress of the Keys. Depending on how you got here, if you traveled to Tunguska of your own accord, skip to Intro 2. You would never have found the secret hideout of the Red Coterie without the intel Commissioner Taylor sent you. So, this is Charlie Kane thinking, Lee's dead, I still have all my allies, I've managed to meet and help a few Coterie members. It's time. We have to go confront them, figure out what they're trying to do with these keys, disrupt their plan, and hopefully force this cabal on the back foot. Maybe the inspector will show up with some backup or something. The compound lies deep underground in the heart of Siberia, not far from the mysterious crater that marks the site of the notorious Tunguska event, a blast, or perhaps impact, the true nature of which has been shrouded in mystery for over a decade. Maybe there's a connection between the strange event and the Coterie's presence. No. Knowing the kind of dangerous artifacts the Coterie possesses, there is no doubt in your mind. The question is, which came first? 1,000 rubles. 1,000 rubles. The compound's entrance is masked by heavy snow and remote wilderness, but eventually you find it, with, Michael Lee and Bonnie Walsh leading the way. An unmarked steel door embedded in the side of a snowy hilltop, almost impossible to see from afar. You're surprised to find the door unlocked, but the moment you enter, you're set upon by Coterie guards with suspicious eyes and familiar red clothing. "We've been expecting you," one of them says with a wicked grin. "Come, the Congress is about to begin." You have little choice but to follow. The guards lead you deeper and deeper into the complex, down steep, narrow stairways of worked stone and through dark, drab corridors, until you finally reach a large, windowless chamber, lit faintly by mercury vapor lamps. Scarlet tapestries line the walls, along with several glass cases and shelves containing old relics and historical artifacts. Dominating the room is an enormous central table, an elaborate pattern of lines and rings carved meticulously along its surface. Standing around this central table are a host of figures, some familiar to you, others unrecognizable. All of them bear red. The door leading into the chamber slams shut behind you, and your heart surges in your throat. "Your timing is impeccable. We were just about to begin the vote." You inquire as to the nature of this vote, your mouth suddenly dry. You cannot shake the feeling that you've come here merely to look your own doom in the eyes. Welcome to Doomed. A meeting has been called to account for your crimes against the Coterie, or be commended, if that is the will of the Congress. We will now entertain any who wish to speak on your behalf or against you. From behind, you're suddenly restrained and a gag is placed over your mouth. "Just a formality, I promise you," the guard drawls with a grin. Doesn't feel like it, Flower. Maybe a red tie? The trial 1. The Coterie casts votes to determine your fate. Read the relevant passage from each of the following sections in order and tally all of the votes received. Each yay vote represents a Coterie member who wishes to see you disposed of. Yikes. Each nay vote represents a Coterie member who wishes to keep you safe. An abstaining vote or a vote of silence is neither a nay nor a yay. Oh. God damn it. God damn it. There we go. I'm just gonna... So, we're reading, and we're gonna see who votes nay or yay based on our actions through the campaign. Perhaps we've managed to get... Now we Gucci. Hopefully we've managed to get some allies. So if the cell aided the knight... No. If the cell failed to fend off the beast... No. If you haven't seen the last of the Claret Knight... Oh, shit, Flower power. Obviously House Matrix will pass and gather power instead. There you go. If the dogs are at war... I don't know what that means. If none of the above are true. "I do not take pleasure in violence," says an elderly, well-dressed man in red. "I believe these before us might be valuable assets." On the opposite end of the table, a crimson-hooded figure rumbles. "That's why you are weak." Its countenance, shrouded in shadow, turns to acknowledge you. In the dim light, all you see is a set of terrible dripping fangs. Blood must flow. The Claret Knight votes nay. I'm gonna write the things because it's a little faster, weirdly enough. The Beast in the Cowl of Crimson votes yay. So one each. Flip a coin and update the keys section of your campaign log as follows. If it is heads, the bearer of the Light of Pharos is the Claret Knight. If it is tails, it is the Beast in a Cowl of Crimson. Sounds good. I'm sure there's a coin somewhere in here. Peace pack? Nope. Checkers, cards, boards, blocks. Miscellaneous. Oh, hell yeah. All right. Is it flip? That's flip. Okay. Heads. The bearer of the Light of Pharos is the Claret Knight. Okay. He's good, right? He's the good one, right, team? Yikes. Okay, so that's one vote for and one vote against. If Ichi trusts the cell, that sounds like something... I think we've got that somewhere in here. The cell is working with Ichi, and she trusts us. Oh, good job, Agnes. Ichi steps forward and clears her throat. I reached out to the Foundation because the twisted anti-prism hidden in Istanbul was in danger of being found by a third party. These are the agents who responded. Rather than take the artifact for themselves, they chose to hand it over to my custody. I believe them to be trustworthy, and unlike some of our members, morally upstanding individuals. Nice. Ichi votes nay. That's 2 for the nay. Ichi does not trust the cell, neither of the above are true. Okay, so we've got her vote. If you haven't seen the last of Amaranth, Amaranth grins wickedly as her eyes fall on you. Oh, I've been waiting for this moment. She drawls, her eyes flashing. Meddlesome fools. Did you think your interference in our plans would go unpunished? Amaranth enthusiastically votes yay. I think we haven't seen the last of her, right? Yeah, because she's in that list. Oh boy. Well, we've pissed off a few people for sure, so I just hope we've, got more folks than not. If the lovers are reunited, if Amaranth left the Coterie, if none of the above are true, fine. If you haven't seen the last of Thorn, if the cell made a deal with Thorn, the one known as Thorn steps forward. Our extensive operations require that we collaborate with many across the globe. Researchers, local authorities, criminals, and Charlie Kane is all three. These before us are no different, and they have proven themselves to be quite useful. They aided our efforts in Anchorage and even saw the wisdom in keeping the key there safe in our custody. Thorn votes nay. F yeah. Okay. 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 All you can hope in life is that you pissed off less people than not. Honestly. If Thorn disappeared, if none of the above are true. If Aliki is on your side, if you haven't seen the last of Aliki, if none of the above are true. From the shadows emerges a gossamer figure, dressed in white, a golden-hued blade sheathed on her back, and a veil of raven hair over her eyes. Yeah, fucking rip me, eh, Flower? Her scarlet sash drifts along a breezeless wind. Her words are heralded by a shrill, muted whistling, and she speaks in a language you've never heard before. You've never before heard, sorry. One of the Coterie who seems to understand her tallies this as a vote against you. Aliki votes yay. I think we're in trouble. Before resolving any of the below options, if Desi is in your debt, just checking, pretty sure, he's in our debt. Oh, this is exciting. Find the copy of Desiderio Delgado Alvarez you stored in a safe place and look at its other side. Then proceed. Okay, team, here's Desi. This is the damaged one. This is the one we killed. This, therefore, is the one we did not kill. Oh, did it say to look at the other side? I think it did, eh? Yeah, look at its other side. So the one that's left is right. My god, so confusing. If the other side of Desiderio is his story asset. There is a sudden flare of a match as Desi lights a cigarette. These ones are alright, he says. There's bigger shit going on here. Almost got snatched by you-know-what back in Havana. They helped me out. Not that I needed it or anything. Point is, they have my back. Desiderio votes nay. Yes. Desi, 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 Desi. Oh no, sorry, Flower. Let me show you, Flower. It's the asset, baby! In your debt despite it all. So, maybe I got the wrong one in at that time, but it would appear that I got it right this time. Woo! All right. We are... Okay, apparently I did. So if you haven't seen the last of him, if none of the above are true. If the cell meddled in Abaran's affairs, I don't know who that is. If the above is not true. A man you do not recognize speaks next. His large, imposing frame is dwarfed only by the luster of his enormous ruby ring adorning his left index finger. As fortune's chosen, we have once more been given a great and illustrious boon. We left Desi in Havana, but his safe house was in Florida. That's right, Flower. Our enemies bound before us, why dispose of such a gift? What better way to learn how to continue our great work than to question them? Perhaps we may even use them as leverage. Yes, leverage. He trails off, a sinister grin on his face. You almost wish he had voted to kill you. Abaran abstains. Arigoria Kokoa. Gakoa, whatever. Anyway, abstain. I agree, Crosshair. So these are presumably all characters that you can encounter over the course of the Scarlet Keys, and I guess you could help them, or not, and maybe they're okay? Really cool. No matter what, you cannot see the red-gloved man's face, but you can imagine a great and terrible smile. The red-gloved man remains eerily silent. If the cell... I should write that down. That feels... Hang on, that feels important. I'm going to write Abaran... abstains. Red-gloved man. Silent. It's going to get messy. If the cell knows the true nature of the coterie. Nope. If 3 or more coterie members are eerily silent. No. If you haven't seen the last of La Chica Roya. I did not. I don't know who this is. If you haven't seen the last of the Sanguine Watcher, I also don't know who that is. If the Sanguine Watcher's torment continues, I mean, maybe, but I don't actually know. If none of the above are true. A balding man with small ruby spectacles is the next to speak, pointing a wiry, jagged finger at another of the assembled coterie. Why are these ones on trial here when it is she who's been acting against us? The woman steps forward, hiding her countenance from view by the brim of a wide-brimmed hat with a scarlet headband. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Acting against us, you say? Wrong. She tips the brim of her hat up so everyone can see her dark brown eyes, narrowing directly at the bespectacled man. Just you. You and the others gathered here who wear red, just as an excuse to cause chaos. The two stare hatefully at each other for some time. Politics. Charlie Kane knows it. Charlie Kane loves it. Taking the attention off you before the proceedings continue. Neither one seems to pay you any further heed. La Chica Roya abstains. The Sanguine Watcher abstains. I'm going to write that down. Chica and Sanguine abstain. Okay, this is still the red chick. Yeah, basically, Flower. The Sanguine Watcher is the bearer of the Weeping Lady. Ugh. The Sanguine Watcher. I don't like where this is going, team. No, just write Sanguine Watcher. Yeah, boy. Because that sounds like a villain? If you haven't seen the last of Susan Yang, you are not surprised to see Susan Yang counted among those gathered before you. One who feels fear might take the chance to lay low after their escape, but not someone like her. Oh yes, these meddlesome insects. Her melodic voice is delightfully charming, despite the violence behind her word. They interfered with my business. For these transgressions, no punishment is harsh enough. Susan Yang enthusiastically votes yes. Looks like a tie to me, buddy. Oh god, please no more. If she has you under her sway, if Susan Yang is under your sway, neither of the above are true. If neither of the above are true. Oh, okay. So she's already voted yay. So that's fine. I'm just reading ahead to make sure I know what I'm doing. If Tuwili Masai is on your side, nope. If the above is not true, a thin, clean-cut gentleman with dark skin and striking red glasses steps out of the shadows. While this entire ritual smacks of boarding school antics, I believe that any threat to the Coterie should be dealt with swiftly and humanely. They are too dangerous to let go. Tuwili votes yay. Fuck. So that's yay, kill them, to be clear. So, that is 5 votes for yay, 4 votes for nay. I don't know if that would have saved us, but I guess we'll find out. If it is a tie, or if the yays have it, you have been deemed a liability. Proceed to the trial 2. With the voting complete, you are shoved to the floor. You struggle against your bonds, but you're unable to free yourself, and vastly outnumbered. Besides, there is no hope of escape. A cold blade is placed at the edge of your neck. You who seek harm to our noble cause have been accused and charged with numerous crimes against the Coterie. A voice states with dreadful gravity. The blade bites against your skin. A trail of blood trickles down your neck. The punishment is death. May the crimson stain of your legacy be washed away. You close your eyes and brace yourself. Just then, a crash. Shouting and sounds of battle erupt through the room, a storm of clashing steel and gunfire. You're sent reeling as your would-be executioner is attacked by an unseen foe. You struggle again to free yourself, but you're unable until moments later, when you're dragged out of the chamber. Your bonds are cut, and you're brought to your feet by none other than the woman in the vermilion veil herself. H.A. ushers you down the hall, whispering over the chaos of battle. We have to get out of here. Several of the others who wear red follow in your wake, looking over their shoulders the entire time. You ask what's going on as another rumble shudders through the halls. The one with the red gloves, She grips your arm. He's not what we thought he was. The man always creeped me out, but to think, how could we not have known? You ask her to start again, slower. He attacked us, she said, meeting your gaze as you duck into a quiet hall filled with scarlet tapestries. The others fought him off, but there was something strange about him. He was not human. It was something else entirely. It stole as many implements as it could and escaped just like one of the creatures we seek to destroy. Thoughts run unbidden through your mind. I agree, Flower. Yeah. Basically anyone you want, no less. If the man with the red gloves, or whatever it truly is after the remaining keys, you have to stop it at any cost. You pull away from H.A. and start marching back. What are you doing? The rest of them won't show you any mercy, you know. But your intentions are clear. If you're going after that thing, one of the others said to you, then we're coming too. The cell escaped the red coterie. Proceed to set up V1. All right, team. Set up V1. Oh! Thank you, Crosshair. Whoop. Well, I was about to set up, so thank you. I was just about to set up, and I know exactly what I'm spending it on, which is an upgraded copy, a second upgraded copy of Leo de fucking Luca. There we go. And this guy's gone. All right. There we go. I knew that's what I wanted to spend it on. Perfect. Oh, Maximilian, hello. All right, this is V1. Yeah. Boop. All right, we'll have to see what this means later. Just gonna move that because it got caught under the thing. Oh, and that's... Okay, that's fine. Set up V1. Let's have a look. Okay, so some sort of huge fight breaking out. The red-gloved man taking advantage of the chaos, or perhaps causing the chaos, to try to steal the remaining keys. Now, he is in possession of the ruby, the Raven's Eye, I think it's called? Yeah, me neither, Crosshair. Ridiculous. Okay. Gather all the cards from the blah, 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 blah. put the lair version of the Scarlet Halls and the 3 Coterie sanctuaries into play. Remove the Sanctum versions from the game. We begin at the Scarlet Halls. Okay. So there's the Scarlet Halls, and there's 3 Coterie sanctuaries, the lair locations. Good. Oh, build the act deck using Act 1A. So this is all done for me, which is great. Find each Coterie enemy from the red Coterie encounter set who voted yay along with the red gloved man. Do not gather any of the Coterie agents who voted nay, abstained, or were eerily silent. So. Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of yays. Oh my god, that's a lot of yays. Okay, hang on. Oh, this is going to be rough. Woof. Okay, so. The beast. Okay, so here's the red-gloved man. That's La Chica Roya. That's... I should actually look at them, hey? That's the Sanguine Watcher, who abstained. That's the beast. Clary Knight voted nay. Thorn voted nay. Desi voted nay. Amaranth. Sue. Aliki, goddammit. And... Thank you, Crosshair, you're right. Note the following characters may vote yay, but do not have enemies in this set. Tuwili is one of them. Okay. So. Okay. Find each Coterie enemy who voted yay. Do not gather any of the Coterie enemies who voted nay, abstained, or were eerily silent. Fine, so I'll put them to the side, so I just know what I'm doing here. The lead investigator spawns the red-gloved man in the shadows and resolved its concealed keyword as granted by Act 1A. Act 1A, the red-gloved man gains concealed 1 and cannot be damaged. Fine. Concealed 1, that's easy enough. So, 1 go... Scott! That's not how that works! I flipped it over! I'll put 1 here, and I'll put 1 there. Okay. I'm going to have a look out for these artifacts, Crosshair. I'm going to see what they want me to do with them. Oh, and yes, of course, he has access to the unstable side of the Eye of Ravens. Yes, Flower, they can. When you resolve the concealed keyword, you spawn as close to you as possible, distributing evenly among different locations, if that makes sense. Yeah. I am gonna double... No, that's what I've been doing, and that is correct. Shuffle the rest of the gathered coteries together. One at a time, each investigator other than the lead investigator draws one of them, spawning them as normal. So, no. Shuffle the rest of the gathered coterie enemies into the encounter deck. Son of a... Okay. So we need their mini cards. Oh, they're here, I bet. Sorry. Nope, I don't know what those are, but that's incorrect. Okay, well, here's Sue. Ah, Flower. Thank you. You're absolutely correct, Flower. None of these have concealed, so I'm not even going to bother looking at them. I'm going to just throw them in there. I'm shuffling them in. Sweet Jesus, what have I done? For each member of the coterie who voted nay, find their conspirator story asset and put them into play under any investigator's control. Yay! Oh, hooray! The Clary Knight, Ichi, Thorn, and Desi. Oh, do I start with these sons of guns? Oh my god, let's go! Whee! Oh my god, we've got a real... Like you said, we got a real posse now. Ghost girl. Woo! I wish she voted nay, but she didn't. Okay, so I think these are all the same as the ones from their scenarios, but let's have a look. Yeah, let's double check that, Crosshair? Because we're like a posse. For each member of the coterie who voted nay, find their conspirator story asset and put them into play under any investigator's control. Set the 3 otherworld locations from the Congress of the Keys and the mimetic Nemesis aside out of play. Shuffle the remainder to build the encounter deck. Now create the encounter deck. Fine. Find each of the 9 City of Remnants locations. Shuffle these locations together to form a deck. It's called the Otherworld deck. Shuffle the remaining encounter cards to form a second encounter deck. Keep these aside out of play. There's the Otherworld deck. Shuffle that. And there's another encounter set. I bet it's in the set aside. Yeah. Yeah. Super OP. Let's have a look. So we all kind of remember, right? Desi, the gunman, the man in the blood-soaked suit. When an attack from a monster deals damage to Desi, exhaust him, cancel one of that damage, deal a damage to the enemy. None of them have icons either, so they exhaust for a +1. Thorn. After an investigator at your location sets a card aside as a hollow, exhaust Thorn, I may take an immediate action. That's pretty nice. HA. Exhaust HA. Look at the top card of any investigator's deck. If it is not a weakness, you may place it face down beneath HA. After any key is shifted, the owner of each card beneath HA draws that card. Okay. We have access to one key, by the way, the Mirroring Blade, which is the one that does damage. 2 damage or 1 damage to all enemies. Good idea, Charlie. Crosshair. Charlie Kane's ability, during a skill test that I'm performing, I can exhaust an ally. I get +1 skill value, plus an additional +1 for each matching icon on it. But none of these have icons. But in theory, regardless of their abilities, I could take a test and just go +4. Now that, of course, and also, yeah, let's talk Soak for a second here. The Clary Knight, her sworn champion. I will serve until such time as I am no longer needed. Let's have a look. So, free trigger, exhaust him, move up to 3 resources from your resource pool to the Clary Knight. Exhaust the Clary Knight, move up to 3 resources from him to your resource pool, or to an asset you control as charges, ammo, supplies, or secrets. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Guardians and the Mystics are shitting themselves. That's so good. So it exhausts. So you'd have to, you could put 3 on him. And then the next turn you could put 3 bullets in your gun or 3 charges on your shriveling or whatever. I also have a bad feeling about this, Crosshair. You're not wrong. I think we're ready to gather each decoy, each of the following mini cards, set them aside out of play. The rules for location adjacency and locations in the shadows can be found on page 57. Make sure to read or refresh yourself on these rules before playing this scenario. Dear God. All right. Location adjacency in the realm of the outsiders. I don't know what this is, guys. I don't know. So we're just going to have a look. Locations are arranged in a pattern of rows and columns, along with concealed mini-cards. Each location is connected to each location adjacent to it. That's left, right, up, down, not by corners. During this scenario, concealed mini-cards are also placed adjacent to one or more locations, instead of placed at locations at normal. See in the shadows. I would love to see what they're talking about here. During this scenario, like, it's gross, Crosshair. Now, I mean, that's going to cost you money, but, like, you know, seems good. Investigators must traverse the deceptively labyrinthine and illusory homeworld of the outsiders to represent the difficulty of exploring the alien dimension. 3 City of Remnants locations are placed in the shadows at all time. And concealed mini-cards are arranged adjacent to locations rather than placed at them. Exposing these concealed mini-cards, is the key to finding a route through this otherworldly place. Concealed mini-cards adjacent to a location are considered to be at that location. Fine. Use the shroud value of your current location. Fine. When a City of Remnants mini-card is exposed, set it aside. Find the City of Remnants in the shadows whose position matches that mini-card. L for left, M for middle, R for right. Put that location into play where the mini-card was. After a City of Remnants leaves the shadows, place the top card of the Otherworld deck in that position. Resolve its concealed keyword. So in other words, folks, I'm not sure if we're starting this way or not, but in the realm of the outsiders, there are locations with mini cards on each side. Kind of like, well, they're concealed mini cards. By checking them, by doing the normal checking thing, we can discover whether they are actually paths to other locations or not, which is really cool. Really, really cool. Now, I just have to double check. Whether they start in play or not. That's the other thing. Set the 3 otherworld locations from the Congress of the Keys encounter set and the Mimetic Nemesis aside out of play. Yeah, aside out of play. Literally, Crosshair. I think I'm actually vaguely concerned about getting this done. Let's have a look. I think we're ready to start, because I've got the red-gloved man in the shadows. He's got the Eye of Ravens with him. We have a bunch of allies. We've got a bunch of enemies in the encounter deck, which is scary. We will have a look at our agenda and our act and so on and so forth. We've got the Otherworld deck here, but I don't believe that's a thing yet. We are starting at the Scarlet Halls. Oh, no, sorry. They do, but the enemies are currently in the encounter deck. So you're, yeah, I'll pull them out, Crosshair, because they're going to be important. I just need to find them. The Red Glove Man, Amaranth, the Shade Reaper. Can't remember who's in the goddamn shadows right now. The Sanguine Watcher has the Weeping Lady. Who else did I put in there? The Beast, who doesn't have a key. Oh, fuck. Yeah, they totally do, Crosshair. Thank you. When that story asset enters play, put the keys into play that they have. Oh my god, it's gonna get crazy down, team. Woo! Okay. I have the Mirroring Blade. The Clary Knight has the Light of Pharos. The Sable Glass is with Thorn. The Eye of Ravens is already with the Twisted Anti-Prism is with Ichi. And who am I missing? The Clary Knight. I'm missing someone, aren't I? I mean, this is so dumb. Oh, Desi. But Desi gave me his key. Wow. Okay. So, we control the Mirroring Blade, reflects only violence, which is damage. Thorn controls the Sable Glass. Shift, look at the revealed side of each concealed mini card at your location without exposing them, flip it to its unstable side. The Clary Knight controls the Light of Pharos. Play a card from your hand at -3 cost. Flip this to its unstable side. That's a free play at -3. Goddamn. Shift. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Oh, this is Ichi's. Draw 1 and shuffle the rest back into your deck. Flip it to this unstable side. Okay. What? Okay. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. It's getting... I mean, it feels too good to be true. But I agree. I have a feeling like we're going to get tested real hard, real fast. Agenda 1A. Conflux of consequence. And look at this language that can't be understood. Forced. When this agenda advances, if it is acts 2, 3, or 4... Well, I mean, that seems really generous. Skip the B side of this agenda and proceed directly to Agenda 2A. Okay, so we want to try, probably, to finish Agenda 1 ASAP. 3 Doom. Yeah, exactly. And you're like, oh, no. Oh, God. Act 1A. Secrets and Lies. You have to find the man with the red gloves and discover what his plan is, but the remainder of the red coterie stands in your way. Don't they realize the true threat here? The red-gloved man gains concealed 1 and cannot be damaged. Fine. Objective. At the end of the round, if each investigator is at the same location as the red-gloved man, they may spend the requisite number of clues, 2, as a group, to advance. 2 clues. We have to find the red-gloved man. There's only 2 places for him, so I'm not too concerned. quickly looking at our, I will just copy this over here. Skulls are -X. X is the current act number. Yikes. Cultists are -5. You may flip a stable key you control to its unstable side to treat it as a -2. Tablets are -2. If this is an attack against a ready outsider enemy, you automatically fail instead. Elder Things -3. Cancel the effects and icons of each card committed to this test and set them aside out of play as hollows. Wow. Sorry if you're playing skill cards, assholes. Like, god damn, dude. Okay, alright. Is the Red Gloved Man an outsider? The Red Gloved Man is a 5/3/5. He can't be damaged. Ah, good question, Crosshair. No. The committed cards would be ones that you commit from hand for their icons. If they're skill cards, they usually have like additional, bonuses or whatever, right? But in this case, I am exhausting them to get plus skill value, but I'm not committing them. Thank God. Ay-yoy. Okay, the Red Gloved Man has Retaliate and Victory 0, and he says, so you remember the final... He also has the Eye of Ravens. He says forced. After you flip a key from its unstable side to its stable side, the Red Gloved Man attacks you. Then he shifts each of his attached keys. Hell yeah, Flower. Let's go get her. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So, he exists. He's in the shadows. After you flip a key from its unstable side to its stable side, he attacks, then he shifts his keys, which is draw the top card of the encounter deck. So, 3 doom to get 2 clues and to find the Red Gloved Man. Charlie is terrified, but he's got an awful lot of mystical power amongst his allies. Maybe it's enough. The halls of the Red Coterie's secret hideout celebrate its long history of meddling with humanity. Its walls adorned with ancient relics from past civilizations, scarlet red tapestries, and numerous portraits of important-looking people, all clad in red. Yep. Now that's only back from the unstable side, right? Every key has a cost. So my hope is I'm going to flip them all to their unstable side, then I'm going to get the Red Gloved Man, and then I won't have the cost anymore. That's my hope. All right, team. It's time. We're going to draw our opening hand. Let's get doomed. Okay. I think it shifts 1, but yeah, you're not wrong, Flower. Ugh. Okay, we've got Michael Lee. We've got Miss Doyle, the cat general. We like this. We like Michael Lee especially. Hit and run is not very useful here for these guys. Motivational speech is very useful. Friends in low places can go and fetch me more allies, which is probably good. So yeah, and I have the ability to play a card at -3 cost. So this is good. I'm going to keep this hand. Wild, right? Oh, baby. Okay, let's have a look. The Scarlet Halls is a 2-shroud, 0-clue location. It says after you enter Scarlet Halls, god damn it, as an additional cost for you to move from Scarlet Halls to a connecting location, you must either exhaust a conspirator or spend an additional action. So, getting through the halls takes time. But it's only 2 shrouds, so finding out whether this is a decoy or not. Great question, Flower. No, it does not. Thank goodness. So we're going to take a little setup, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. Fast. Charlie has friends in low places. Let's see which of his friends shows up. Okay, we're searching the top 6 for allies and hopefully criminals. Wow. Okay. Well, that's Bonnie, and that's an art student. So that's 2 resources and well spent. I'm feeling like we want Michael down. Like stat. But yeah, we're gonna motivate Bonnie for sure. I'm gonna motivate Bonnie out. Oops, sorry, it's first action. Bonnie Walsh was, of course, famously not present in Kuala Lumpur. She was on assignment searching for something for Mr. Kane, and by the time she found him, he was gibbering with madness in an alleyway. Thankfully, a glass of scotch, a nice cigar, and a cold shower fixed him up pretty quickly. Don't forget you have a 9 p.m. appointment with Mr. Sanford. Shall I book your usual table at La Bella Luna? Also, you bought me a wristwatch for my birthday. Thank you very much. I love it, Bonnie. A hit and run on an art student is going to be a muy strongo, I think. Well, so Flower, here's the story. Charlie Kane was due to be executed along with all of his allies. When he was dragged out of the room by Thorn and Desi and Iche and the Claret Knight, they ran along the hall, and then Charlie decided, no, I'm a guardian, like I'm a protector. I need to stop these things from happening. Am I out of music? Incredible. I need to stop these things from happening. And started to venture back. They said, we're coming with you. Then, because of the chaos in the main chamber, some of his allies have been scattered to the four winds. He's going to find them, but it may take a bit of time before he does. Second action, let's move up to this Coterie Sanctuary. I want to check the ones that aren't the concealed one first, Crosshair, because I need 2 clues. Oh, okay. This is the key reliquary. Reliquary, yeah. It's 1 shroud and 1 clue. It says it gets +2 shroud for each unstable key in play. Well, there's only 1, which is the Eye of Ravens. Yeah, very true, Crosshair. How many keys have been tucked away here for years, lost to history? How many more were used as tools of oppression? We're gonna hit and run fast, play this art student, and just nab this clue. That's what we're gonna do, baby. That's what we're gonna do. Because this will come back to hand at the end of the turn. Charlie assigns one of the one of the members of his staff to stay behind. The room is obviously going to be a target of the red-gloved man if it isn't already. He hopes to be able to head off the red-gloved man before he makes it to the key sanctuary, but these are all locked away very well. He assigns someone to study them for any information possible. Now, do I want to... I'm going to exhaust Iche and look at the top card of my deck. It's Michael Lee. I will place it face down beneath her. Is that right? I don't really need a second copy right now, but... This is nice because it's kind of filtered draw, right? I could play my Michael Lee for 1. Make that liberal arts degree matter for once, why don't you? Love it. Welcome back, the Crosshair. We've assigned one of the lesser administrative staff of Charlie's group to study the key reliquary and found a clue. I bet there's a clue on this Coterie Sanctuary location, so we're going to head back there and check it. But what I really want is to play Michael Lee. Am I going to shift this to its unstable side already? I do kind of want Michael Lee out, like, immediately, so I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, great question, Flower. After you enter the Scarlet Halls, for the remainder of your turn, as an additional cost for you to move from the Scarlet Halls to a connecting location, you must exhaust a conspirator or spend an additional action. So, for sure, we're going to move back, because it doesn't matter if I leave. I'm not leaving this round, so that's okay. And I'm feeling pretty good, like this is an important detail, so... I can't believe it. I'm going to do it already, guys. And I think it's gonna be really bad, but we're gonna do it. Charlie venturing back into the hallways, knowing that he's got someone to study the keys, he turns to the old wizened man, the Coterie Knight, and asks if there's any way of... I bet there is. And asks if there's any way of finding his other allies, teammates. The Coterie Knight simply smiles and takes out the light of Pharos. He mutters a few words, and the light beams down the hall, almost in a straight line, almost like a laser. Around the corner, the stepping of heels signals the arrival of one Michael Lee. I had to pay 1 resource. And I'm going to flip it to its unstable side. Okay, shift. Each investigator must discard 2 random non-weakness cards from hand. Okay. Not too bad. Now, unfortunately, if I choose to do that, I get attacked, and I have to draw the top card of the encounter deck. So let's see if I can avoid that for now. It's the end of my turn. The art student comes back to hand. We go to upkeep. Yeah, after you flip a key from its unstable side to its stable side. Oh, yes, correct, Flower. Yeah, it's a punishment rather than a cost. So you're right. Yeah. Not bad at all. We're gonna upkeep into Gregory motherfucking Gry. Where were you when I needed the cash, buddy? It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're okay. We're doing fine. He said, unconvincingly. Charlie looks left and right. Different branching hallways venture off in every different direction. Wonders where to go next. They are, of course, trying to confront the red-gloved man. As we go to the mythos phase, we place 1 out of 3 doom. We have 1 of the 2 clues we need, but we have to draw an encounter card. Warped reality. Attached to your location. Charlie gasps as the wall in front of him shifts and twists in ways that is impossible. The wall seems to shudder violently as if it is trying to give way. Forced, after you end your turn at the attached location, choose a non-weakness card in your hand, set it aside out of play as a hollow. That's fine. Double action, discard it. Hopefully we won't be coming back here too much. And we go back to the investigation phase. Charlie is like, ugh. But they decide to move away from this warped reality and rush down the hall. The Red Coterie's inner sanctum is steeped in ancient tradition and ceremony, welcoming and sinister. Oh, it's true, Flower, actually. Although, is it a random card? Choose. It's not bad, honestly. Congress Chamber. 3 shroud, 1 clue. The ceremonial chamber where your trial took place is dominated by an enormous table and lit by candlelight. Extravagant decorations adorn the walls, crimson in color. While there is a ready coterie enemy at the Congress Chamber, increase the cost of each asset played by each investigator at the Congress Chamber by 2. So, it's more expensive to pay to do things here. But there are no ready coterie enemies here. We simply need a clue. Now, Flower is, of course, correct. Thorn will help us if we do end up with some sort of hollow situation. Charlie, in running from the warped reality, finds himself rounding a corner right back into the Congress Chamber again. Eerily empty now. Bodies strewn on the floor, blood, as the outcome of a battle waged makes itself known. Yeah. Oh, for sure, Flower. Yeah, I'm not... I think that's a for sure situation. Let us investigate. Yeah. We're here. Did I move? Yes, I ended my turn there. So I moved, and I'm going to investigate. And then I think we're going to try to take on the... Oh, hi, Eravana. Welcome to Doomed. Solo playthroughs of Arkham Horror, the card game, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Irvana. Charlie Kane, the politician, and his army of allies are here in Tunguska, in Siberia, at the sanctum of the Red Coterie. They are, he and his partners are attempting to find the alien, otherworldly being known as the Red-Gloved Man. It's wonderful to see you, Irvana. I hope you're doing well. I think clue first, Crosshair, because I need 2 clues. Hang on, what does the act say? The act says, at the end of the round, if we're at the same location as the Red-Gloved Man, they may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. So if I have 2 clues, and this is the right place, then we're good. Okay, 3 Shroud. Let's party. I'm going to exhaust Michael Lee to go to 5. What's that? 5 to 3? It's not bad. I think we can do better. So I'm going to go Bonnie Walsh to ready Michael Lee, which brings me to 8. Hey, oh, I love it, Aravana. It's just a jump to the left. Exactly, Flower. We're doing okay. -3. Cancel the effects and icons of cards committed, but I did not commit anything. So success, we get the clue. Charlie and Co. are venturing across the scene, searching some of the corpses, trying to figure out whether more members of the Coterie were gunned down guards, or whether some of the attackers perhaps belong to the Foundation, perhaps they are even more otherworldly. It's hard to know. We're going to investigate again. Last action. Show me the Red-Gloved Man. We're going to go. Here we go. I am going to exhaust. Oh, I could have. Fuck it. I'm going to exhaust Ichi to look at the top card of my deck and place it face down beneath her. Nice. That's really nice. That'll be great for another ally. We're going to investigate one more time. Michael Lee takes me to 5. Clary Knight and Thorn. After a monster attacks you. Well, he's not a monster, so that's not going to help. Yeah, and Desi. Takes me to 7 to 3. Occultist, -5. Uh-oh. You may flip a stable key you control to its unstable side to treat it as a -2. I think I can't believe it, but I think I'm going to do this. How dare you insinuate that? I'm going to flip the Twisted Anti-Prism. The Twisted Anti-Prism begins to glow and shake in the light as Charlie ventures ever closer to the center, as we reveal the Red-Gloved Man. So we spawn him here. He is a 5/3/5 retaliate, and we know what he says. He engages us immediately. It's now the enemy phase. As Charlie ventures... that wasn't supposed to be the RGM. Flower, is your version of Agnes telling you things again? A shout and a scream. Charlie whirls around as a flash of red gloves comes immediately before a flash, a glint of silver. A knife streaks out in the darkness. And, oh, and after any key is shifted, the owner of each card draws those cards. Great. So I drew some cards. Well, that was my question, Crosshair. How would we know the difference? We take a damage and a horror, and they go on Michael Lee. A shout as Michael gets a gash across his stomach, his eyes wide as the Red-Gloved Man attacks him. We go to upkeep. We draw a card and gain a resource. We ready everything. And there wasn't anything else that we did. So it is now the end of the round. I may spend the 2 clues and advance. Thank God. Another world. Finally, you spot the man with the red gloves just before he ducks into a shimmering extra-dimensional portal. There's no time to lose. It's now or never. You follow swiftly as the portal closes. This is exciting. So, after attempting to attack Michael Lee, the red-gloved man, perhaps sensing that he is outnumbered, outmanned, outplanned, outgunned, outplanned, whatever it is. Outplanned is clearly last. Rushes towards this strange, warped portal in space. Charlie points and shouts, "Charge!" and they all leap into this portal. Remove each location from the game. We are not defeated. Enemies and attachments are discarded. Concealed mini cards are set aside. Well, I know that's a decoy, so I will set it aside there. Okay. And the warped reality is discarded. Oh, perfect. Okay, well that is great news, Crosshair. I am thrilled to hear it. Because, my goodness, I'm going to have to take a break soon, and I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of problemos here. The red-gloved man goes back here, I think, just for now. Put the knotted tower, gravity-defying climb, and the towering vertex locations into play in a straight vertical line, with the towering vertex at the top and the knotted tower at the bottom. I gotta tell you, team, I have done a little bit of the Scarlet Keys before, but my goodness, I have never been this far. I don't know what this is. Put the knotted tower at the bottom, the towering vertex at the top. Well, this makes sense, doesn't it? This is the knotted tower, there's gravity-defying climb, and then there's the towering vertex at the top. Take the top 3 locations in the Otherworld deck. I'm just going to do this. And place them in the shadows, arranged in a line from left to right. So these are in the shadows. Nah, never, Crosshair. Charlie, what have you done? Charlie, you don't have anyone with you who could be like an extra dimensional. Like, where's... You should have brought your cat general. She's been to the Dreamlands. Take the 3 City of Remnants mini-cards, shuffle them face down, and arrange them around the knotted tower as follows. 1 is left, 1 is right, and 1 below. Okay? Take the 3 City of Remnants mini-cards, shuffle them face down, and arrange them around the knotted tower as follows. 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 below. Okay. There we go. Place each investigator at the knotted tower, and the red-gloved man enemy at the towering vertex. Remove the encounter deck and discard pile from the game, replacing them with the... What? What? Remove the encounter deck and encounter discard pile from the game, replacing them with the second encounter deck. I'm sorry. Do y'all know what that means? So first of all, the red glove man does not hunt. He is up top at the towering vertex. Gone. Yes, I would actually guarantee that this other one's going to have a lot of horrible stuff, probably. Oh, God. Okay. I'm really in the wrong timeline. All right, let's have a quick look here. So, the knotted tower. Oh, thank you, Crosshair. Let's have a look. Create the second encounter deck. Gather all the cards from the following encounter sets. The tabletop mod has created one called Second Encounter Set for me. I'm just going to check that there isn't anything else here. Yep. And the 9 City of Remnants locations. Shuffle these locations together. Yeah, create the second encounter deck as follows. Gather things from these sets. Don't use Rotting Remains or whatever. And this is the second encounter set. Find each of the 9 remaining City of Remnants, blah, 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 blah. That's a good question. It says to set aside the Mimetic Nemesis. Where is that? Set the 3 otherworld locations and the Mimetic Nemesis enemy out of play. Yeah. Well, I will say, Crosshair, all of these... Exactly, Flower. Yes, I do. I left it here. The campaign guides for all of these things are freely available online. Final Fantasy Flight Games puts them out for free on their website as a PDF, which is, you know, if you buy the guide but then you like lose the book or whatever, you can print a copy. So y'all can follow along and just, you know, if you want to make sure I haven't done something incorrectly, feel free. Okay, let's have a look. We're at the Knotted Tower. In the nexus of this jumbled otherworld rises the Tower, a sinister structure of assorted materials climbing out of the tangled city, looming countless stories over you, like a skyscraper of forgotten architecture. An otherworldly mist snakes around the tower's length, flanked on all sides by barren, jagged peaks. The gravity-defying climb says the gate to the gravity-defying climb is sealed and forgotten. As an additional cost to enter it, we have to spend 4 clues. Yeah, okay. And then, the towering vertex, the ruinous confluence, which is where the red-gloved man is. He still has this fucking thing here. Does his forced effect still fire? Probably, eh? Yeah. He's no longer in the shadows, but I imagine that's still a thing. The red-gloved man cannot be defeated. The way to the towering vertex is impossibly perplexing. In order for an investigator to enter the towering vertex, concealed mini-cards around gravity-defying climb must be exposed in the following sequence. Motherfucker. City of Remnants left, City of Remnants middle, City of Remnants right. Wow. Okay, well I need 4 clues to even get to the climb. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, guys, it's going to be wild. Let's read Act 2A. To the Tower. Beyond all of known reality, in the dimension known only to the forgotten and the forsaken, lies the preposterous City of Remnants, the homeworld of the outsiders themselves. Looming before you, a terrifying twisted tower of jumbled architecture is a nexus of roiling mist and clouds across an alien sky. Locations and concealed minicards cannot be placed adjacent to tower locations. Okay. That's fine. Objective. Find a way into the tower where the infiltrator lies in wait. If an investigator enters the gravity-defying climb, 4 clues, advance. We're at 2 out of 3 doom. Before I draw my encounter card, I'm going to take a quick break and let my brain unburn briefly. Charlie Kane has leapt through a portal to the another dimension, along with many of his allies. So we're going to have to see how it goes. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, have fun. We'll see you right back on Doomed in just a moment. Hello. Welcome back to Doomed. Charlie Kane, in the search for the red-gloved man, managed to avoid other Coterie agents and leapt through a trans-dimensional portal and has found himself now in the City of Remnants, the homeworld of the Outsiders. But just who are the Outsiders? Damned if I know. We don't have nearly enough information. Oh boy. Yes. Oh, yeah, Crosshair for sure. It's been 15 years. 84 years. Yes, Crosshair. Phew. But, you know, if you're playing with a partner or 2 other, like, if you're playing 2 to 4 players, hopefully someone is, like, ready to evade or fight turn 1. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe some of them don't even spawn on you. Who knows? Oh, sorry, Flower. Well, Flower, we're climbing a big, scary, cold tower. Maybe it'll be kind of like emotional winter? VAT 69. So, Crosshair, do you mean, like, the same bottle every time? I'm just going to look up VAT 69, because I'm actually not familiar. Ooh, a blended Scotch whiskey. do like it. Presumably you mean like you've been drinking it since Band of Brothers came out, not this bottle. So, okay, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Always have it. Winter stops emotions, doesn't it? Oh God, you're right. What is the winter of our discontent? In the nexus of this jumbled otherworld rises the tower, a sinister structure of assorted materials climbing out of the tangled city, looming countless stories over you like a skyscraper of forgotten architecture. An otherworldly mist snakes around the tower's length, flanked on all sides by barren, jagged peaks. We have to draw an encounter card. The red-gloved man is now at the towering vertex, and he's got a forced effect. Oh, totally. You did mention, Crosshair, that, you know, especially if you had a working second monitor, I guess. It's fortunate for sure. After you flip a key from its unstable side to its stable side, the red-gloved man attacks you, then he shifts each of his attached keys. I guess I could do this. Shift is going... The sable glass is going to be very useful. And the mirroring blade is going to be very useful for dealing damage as well. So far, Michael Lee's taken a stab to the gut, but he's doing okay. We've still got Bonnie. It's a good point. We're not lacking soak as of now, so maybe it is a good idea to just fucking get it over with. Cat General. I have motivational speech as well. Anyway, we still have to draw an encounter card. 2 out of 3 doom. At the knotted tower, Charlie gazes up, up, and up. Nothing in his experience could have possibly prepared him for this. That's a good question, Crosshair. After you flip a key... So yeah. Yeah, it does, after you flip a key. Because it's not like you can flip them all at the same time, right? Like, each thing happens one after the other, yeah. Good question, Flower. Currently, Flower, the Knotted Tower is surrounded by concealed cards, which are, in some order, the City of Remnants left, right, and middle. Oh god, what the hell is this crap? Sorry. What do these even say? The City of Remnants. Oh my god, they have concealed on them, as we know. They've been placed. Forced, when you expose this location. Oh god, okay. Aha, okay, when you expose this location, if it's in the left position, take a damage. If it's in the middle position, choose a non-weakness card in your hand and set it aside out of play as a hollow. Oh, yes, correct, Flower, yes, you get to read them. You get to look at them without exposing them. And then if this is left or middle, so this doesn't count at least, thank goodness. Okay. Oh, that's so interesting. They each have, like, if they happen to be here, if they happen to be there, take a bad thing. You're like, okay. Charlie gazes up and up at the tower, and suddenly, the paracausal entity. This is, of course, the void that they came through suddenly turns to face them, and, oh, did I? Yes, sorry, I should have an evidence on Michael Lee. He said, thinking quickly. When paracausal entity engages you, look at the top card of your deck. If it is not a weakness, set it aside, out of play, as a hollow. It is not a weakness, so it is out of play as a hollow. After an investigator at your location sets a card aside as a hollow, exhaust Thorn, take an action. Free action, baby. We're going to use it to kill the paracausal entity. That's the hope. The void that they leapt through turns, becomes sentient, starts moving towards them. Michael Lee pulls his trusty .45 from his pocket, takes careful aim, and fires. So I need to fight. This might actually go very badly. We're gonna try. Oh, I could... Before I fight, I'm gonna motivational speech. I'm gonna motivate out Miss Doyle. Oh my god, you're totally right, Flower, thank you. It might say, like, enemies can't spawn here, or whatever. 3 shrouds, 0 clues, and o'er it all loomed the blasphemous effigy, a ruinous testament to conquered worlds. Reaction, optional. After a location is placed adjacent to the knotted tower, move to that location from the knotted tower. So if I find one of these locations out, I can then move there for free as a reaction. So that's good. However, we still have to deal with this thing. Thorn shouts out a warning, draws their weapon. Michael Lee does the same. My action that I'm going to take with Thorn is to parlay, so I don't take an attack of opportunity, Miss Doyle. The Cat General of Ulthar leaps through the void created by the paracausal entity, hissing and summoning her army of cats. Search your bonded cards for Hope, Zeal, and Augur. Choose one to put into play randomly and shuffle the other two into your deck. Here we go. I don't remember what they do. One of them is Evade, one of them is Investigate, and one of them is... Okay, so Hope says... action, exhaust or discard to evade. Attempt to evade with a base value of 5. If you discarded Hope, this test is automatically successful. Then you may shuffle Hope into your deck to put Zeal or Augur into play from your discard pile, but I don't care about that, really. So I still think we're going to fight, because we want to just kill this thing if we can. So first real action of the investigation phase. The cats hiss and screech. The paracausal entity seems to almost hesitate. It has no way of... We have no way of knowing what it is thinking. Michael Lee takes careful aim and fires. I'm going to exhaust Michael Lee. Sorry, I'm going to fight. I'm going to exhaust Michael Lee. I'm going to spend an evidence to deal +1 damage. So I'm fighting. I'm dealing 2 damage to hopefully kill the paracausal entity. I have 2 combat. 4 by exhausting Hope. 6 by exhausting Miss Doyle. 7 by exhausting the Claret Knight. Let's go 8 by exhausting HA. Okay, huge success. The bullets tear into this strange entity. Michael shouts back something to Thorn. Thorn smirks their strange smirk, pulls a special, almost like a small pen-like device, and throws it into the paracausal entity, which simply sucks around it and disappears. Making a note here. Huge success. Very good. Very good, Flower. Okay, done. Second action. We're going to investigate our location with the hopes... I still have an ally slot. Goddamn wild, but I need to save my resources. I'm going to investigate the knotted tower to try to expose one of these concealed cards. It is what it is. I'm just gonna figure it out. Crosshair. That is to do with concealed mini cards around the gravity-defying climb. So when there are concealed mini cards around this location, then we have to do them in some sort of weird offer. Not offer, but order. There we go. And Flower, yes I can. Yes I can. Vincent Lee, the Doctor. He may make an appearance on Doomed one day. I like doctors. Famously? I don't know. Let's go. I'm going to investigate. Second action. I have 2 intellect. 3, 4, 5 with Bonnie Walsh to ready Michael Lee. 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once I exhaust him again. Success. So, I successfully investigated. I'm going to place a resource on Michael Lee as evidence. He's obviously helping us figure this out. And we are going to choose to expose this concealed card. It is the left City of Remnants. When you expose this location, if it is in the left position, take a damage. I did! Hello, Lamyra! Welcome to Doomed in this incredibly complex finale of the Scarlet Keys. It's wonderful to have you here. Yes, I was saying at the beginning of the stream I had an audition for well, as you know, for a relatively young character. Look at all this kid. Ugh, what a horrible thing to say. Thank you, I think? There was no compliment there, maybe? Anyway, thanks, hello, and welcome. We've got... No, Lamyra. I do. We've got Crosshair, we've got Flower. Everyone's very excited to see how our current mayoral candidate, he's the mayor of Arkham, Charlie Kane, manages to confront an otherworldly being at the top of a mysterious, strange geometrical tower. It doesn't really make sense. And that's Arkham, baby. Lamyra, hi, how are you? Are you just dropping in? You're gonna stay for a bit? Whatever, do your thing. Oh, God, Flower. Yeah? You know what they say? Raketakatika, c'est bon, c'est bon. Okay, so I expose the City of Remnants left, which means I have to take a damage. That's fine. And then this goes there. A Doctor Who as a character. Oh my god. Lol. Crosshair. Regenerate as an ability. So insane. You wild child, you. I love it. Okay. Oh, good. Excellent. Finally sitting and resting. That is honestly a good thing. I'm gonna put the damage on the Claret Knight. Oh, well, only, yeah, I guess I did. I won't know nothing for a while. And frankly, I can't tell you all about it, but it's one of those auditions that's, it's going to be like a, this is just to see who we should actually see, again, kind of auditions. But that means you might get to see more of my skin. Ooh, what does he mean? Thanks, Aravana, and thanks, Lamyra. Hi, yoy. That's the hope. More skin. What are we talking about? Society standards here, Flower? Oh, I see. I do like not adhering to society's standards. Like, for example, you know, why else? Like, where else would you see an American mayor cozying up to Cuban cigar smugglers? Well, this is his assistant. Alaskan monster hunters and literal dream cats. I don't know. I just don't know. Am I? I'm gonna put the music back there. Whew, it is hot in here, let me tell you guys. Okay, so we've done a thing. Correct. So we move here, and we're going to reveal it. This is concealed one. I actually have to check what this means here. Well, there's so much happening in this scenario. It is absolutely wild. Yoy. Okay. Whew. Just making sure I know my rules. Just making sure I know what's going on. 3 City of Remnants locations are in the shadows at all times. Fine. Concealed mini cards are considered. When it is exposed, set it aside. Find the City of Remnants that matches the thing. It is, I believe it's level 1, but it costs double XP or something. I think it's exceptional. Something like that. Doctor? The Doctor has no gender. Set it aside. Find the City of Remnants in the shadows whose position matches that mini card. Put it into play. Fine. If there were any other concealed mini cards in that position, move them so they are arranged as evenly as possible. If there are any other concealed mini cards in that position, move them so they are arranged as evenly as possible in empty spots. No, there were none. That's fine. After a City of Remnants leaves the shadows, place the top card in the same place. Resolve its keyword, placing each of its concealed cards as evenly as possible in the empty spots adjacent to the just exposed. Haha. Okay. So it has concealed. Okay, I understand now. But now do I have to do all of them again? That's very good, Aravana. That is very good. That's a science joke for all y'all out there. I think most of you would. Oh, that's good stuff. I like that. Placing each of its concealed. See, weirdly enough, well, I'm not going to say weirdly enough. I'm going to say my brain goes to unionized because the word union is like, it's at the forefront of my mind. Our actors union is currently embroiled in some trouble. Not trouble. Negotiations. Partial lockout is what it is. Embroiled! It is indeed hot. It's true. There it is. Oh, onized, Crosshair. It's well, it's like being onionized. You understand, but you're not on anything. All right. So. Yeah. Resolve its concealed keyword. 1. Placing each of its concealed mini cards arranged as evenly as possible in spots adjacent to the just exposed City of Remnants. Yes, Flower, that's exactly right. Area Man just wants people to know that he likes them. That would be my onion article. Oof, so lame. Okay. All right. Let's see. So concealed 1, I resolved it. I placed it there. Okay. This is the rambling route. Ionized and unionized. Oh, unionized. Okay. I didn't see the comma there for a second, Eravana. I was like, what? A. Increase the difficulty to fight or evade each concealed mini card by 2. Fine. Spend XP resources, choose a concealed mini card adjacent to a location X connections away. Look at it without exposing it once per game. Okay. That's great. We need clues. That's what we're doing here. We're trying to venture, or Charlie and co are trying to venture through the city to figure out how to make their way up through the tower into the gravity-defying climb. This is the hope. This is the terror of it. 2 shroud, 1 clue. Do I have the ability to investigate right now? Not really. I think I'm going to spend the resource. Oh no, why would I care? I don't care about that. I just need more locations. I feel like I may be doing something wrong because these concealed cards aren't moving, but these all have concealed 1. So I'm only putting 1 concealed card down, and it's definitely the one that says L. I could continue to place them in that direction, I guess. Oh, I should know this, Eravana. Someone to the internet! I should know that. Homophones are things that sound the same. Homonyms? Question mark? Great question, Flower. Homographs. Woo! I love it. Okay. Locations and concealed mini cards cannot be placed adjacent to towers. Never in a million years, Lamyra. This is a wonderful, accepting, lovely place. I don't care how you sound. Okay? Okay, they can't be placed. Of course not, Lamyra. It's all good. Whoa. Cool. To help remember, think of the etymology. Homophones have the same sound. Homographs have the same spelling, and homonyms come from the Greek word meaning name. Great. So they just mean same name. Thanks, the Greeks. What have you done for us lately, the Greeks? Invented contemporary Western drama? Invented contemporary Western philosophy? Spanakopita. Good answer, Eravana. Okay, fine. So that makes sense, Crosshair. So then, yes. Yeah. which is what I did, right? Oh god, we're already in huge trouble on this stream, team. I think this is going to be a two-parter. By the way, I'm putting it out there immediately. It's already quite hot, and this City of Remnants garbage is... I mean, if it's frying my brain, I'm sure Charlie Kane is getting a little... They share a side. Locations that share a corner are adjacent. Concealed mini cards are placed adjacent instead of placed at locations as normal. Investigators traverse the blah, 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 blah. Oh, hello. Mia, welcome to Doomed. It's wonderful to have you here. Welcome back from RPG. I hope it was a good time. Was it perhaps Victorian vamps? Glasgowian Victorian vamps? Question mark? Or perhaps other RPG. I'll catch you up very briefly on the story here. We are currently in the finale of a huge, big, long campaign. Lamira's like, You're like a meerkat or something. All right, Crosshair, here. I'm gonna reread what you said here. I revealed one, yes. When you revealed one of the concealed cards at that knotted location, you then place that location on that card. Oh, on top of! Aha! What? Not next to? Yeah, it was L. It's this card that I revealed it. I pulled the left card. Victorian Vamps! Hooray! Yeah. There are 3 in the top at all times. The problem that I'm having here, team, is that... Oh, I guess it doesn't matter, right? They're just locations. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's more so that, like, I know what this concealed card is, which totally... makes the point of the concealed cards meaningless. If I know what it is, then what's the point? Yeah, exactly. So, you know what I mean? Like, why? I guess if there are other concealed cards, then they're going to get shuffled around, and that'll get confusing. Very cool. Mia, awesome. Sorry, I'm going to be honest, Crosshair. I'm finding the explanation even more confusing than what the problem is. What I'm hearing, though, is that you're saying the connections do not exist beyond the rambling route. Because this says concealed 1. So I wanted to place a concealed card. Yeah. And I drew this. City of Remnants, and it says concealed 1, so I resolved its concealed card by placing a concealed mini card next to it. That's what I wanted to do. But I'm clearly missing something, and that's okay. Place the top card of the Otherworld deck in the shadows in the position where the just exposed City of Remnants was. Done. Then resolve its keyword, placing each of its concealed mini cards, 1, arranged as evenly possible in empty spots adjacent to the just exposed City Remnants. That's what I did. Yeah, exactly. Placing each of its concealed mini cards arranged as evenly as possible in spaces adjacent to... Yeah, there's 4 empty spots around the City of Remnants. And I placed a concealed mini card there. Right? Am I missing something? I had to take a damage. Did I take a damage? Yeah, I did. Oh boy. It's all very confuzzling for sure. What's my last action going to be in the meantime? Can't get the clue right now. I'll just take a resource in the meantime. I don't want a dynamite blast at some point. I appreciate, by the way, I should say that I appreciate the Crosshair and Flower. Both of you are doing a lot of work to help this along, which is great. So I do appreciate that. I think for me the confusion is the confusion is whether I'm doing it correctly, and if I am. Yeah, and there are. Check. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, so to be clear, I replaced one up here, which is me. I'm just vibing. Is this city composed entirely of remnants of buildings and people and things from the real world that have been transplanted by extra-dimensional beings? That's working for you? It's like a good vibe? It's a good vibe? Good? Yes, oh, yes. Okay, cool. Yeah. That's... Okay, cool. That's what I'm thinking. Because, yeah, I placed a new card in the City of Remnants in the same place. Yeah. Right, and I placed a new concealed card because it's 1, and I did. Great. And I shuffled. There's only 1 there, so I shuffled it. And I placed it. Aha! No, I don't think so. That's very specific. Place the top card of the Otherworld deck in the shadows in the position where the just exposed City of Remnants was. So that very specifically is not what's happening. Okay, so that's good. Anyway, I took a resource. After all that. The man... Yes, exactly. No problemo. Mia, it's wonderful to have you drop by. I'm hoping for more Paul Prospero's Paranormal Probe soon. Hope to see you on a stream another time. Saludos! Oh, that is a good point, actually, Flower. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna say we good. The red-gloved man sits atop his tower, caressing the Eye of Ravens, the macabre ruby marble. Up to something, Charlie knows, but unsure what exactly. He has to find his way up into the tower as soon as possible. We go to 3 out of 3 Doom, and we advance. But we do not advance to Act 1, Agenda 1B. We skip to Agenda 2A, The World Unbidden. 10 Doom. Yeah, tell me about it. Bring, go, brr. I will just quickly check the other. Concealed mini cards. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Elmira's just still being there, being like, what was that about vampires? Just quiet, like, in the background. Mia's playing in a Victorian vampire RPG set in Glasgow. Just wiggling and thinking vampire thoughts. I know. How do you spell? Give me a J. Give me an E. Give me an A. L-O-U-S. Jealous. Yay! Oh, Lamira, that's great. This will be session like 2 or 3. Babu. That's so exciting. Oh, God. I love hearing about other people's RPGs. You know? I don't always enjoy kind of watching them end to end, which is ironic considering what we do on RPG Clinic, but it's very cool. Oh, 3 or 4. Ooh, and a lot of chaos. God damn. Elmira, feel free to say as much or as little as you like. Wacky chaos, or like bloody chaos. Those can both exist, but I am curious. And yes, all right, folks. Elmira, if you want to give people guidelines, throw it down. Of course, Flower. There it is. That's what I was missing. Throw down in the chat if you want to put any guidelines out there, Elmira. The chat is going to be free to help you brainstorm ideas on what to wear tonight. Well, mostly on wacky. Okay. Aha! A decoy. There we go. Okay, now I'm understanding. Right. Okay. So as I build the map, it's going to kind of build out in different directions. Oh. Myra, Lemire, we talking cutouts? Talking cutouts? Because that shit is the bomb.com. Ooh. Don't worry, I have them now, Crosshair. Don't worry, I have them. I have one decoy at this rambling route. Excellent work, everybody. Oh, fabulous. What am I doing? What am I doing? We're going to Agenda 2A, the world unbidden, and then a language I don't recognize. Yes, Flower, you may. Everyone, I just need a quick second of everybody's attention. Please reach out through your web browser or mobile device. Let's give Flower a little pat on the head. Flower? Excellent work, Flower. Oh god, Crosshair, no! We draw an encounter card. Secrets lost. Oh hey, it's Lemire. It's a bodycon dress, but it's not... I don't see no cutouts. So you can go straight back to where you came from, person. Secrets lost. Test Will 3 for each point you fail by. Choose a non-weakness card in your hand, set it aside out of play as a hollow. If you succeed by 2 or more, you may take a horror to choose a set-aside hollow and add it to its owner's hand. Well, I don't really care about that. Well. I mean... Ooh, okay. Yeah, please, well, I mean, do what you gotta do, Lemire. I'm always intrigued as well. Because, you obviously know, the costume can really bring the energy, bring the vibes. Fab. What am I doing? Testing Will 3. I don't really want to set things aside as a hollow. I don't really want to commit anything either. I'll exhaust Miss Doyle to go 3/3. At least half the commitment. Lemire, I don't believe I have anything on that would prevent a link post, so go nuts. Perfecto. That didn't seem to boost anything. God damn. Woo! Now, is this the vibe of the character as well? I think, knowing what I know of it, possibly a little bit. Possibly a little bit? This is the dress. God damn. Oh, all the way open. I see. No, that is fabulous. Yeah. Oh, yes. As well. Ugh. So cool. Very dark, very gothy. What are you, a vampire or something? Let's test 3/3. Oh, absolute disaster. Okay. Nope, that's fine. We're just gonna take the L here. Ew, shoes and jewels. Crosshair's all about them accessories. Oh, so exciting. What do I want to say? Did I want to say anything to that? Okay. Well, perhaps the question then, Lemire, I mean, in addition to, like, what do you own, what can you source, is where are we at in the story and the campaign? Are we at a bloody enough moment to wear something a bit more red, Oh, no, not at all, Lemire. Please, I am... Oh, whatever. Don't ask me. I'm just a... Perhaps? I am just a relatively freshly shorn man trying to guide a bunch of people through the wild unknown. All right, well, I failed hard, so that's okay. I have to take 3 cards and set them aside as hollows. Yeah, Flower is not wrong. The context there, Lemire, if it interests you at all, is that the overarching narrative here is that Charlie Kane is investigating things that have disappeared, people, places, and things, but that their memories of them are all, other people's memories of them are also disappearing. The people who are in the midst of running this sort of strange conspiracy are known as the Red Coterie, or the Scarlet Coterie, or rather, the Coterie. They all wear red. So we've got the Vermilion Veiled Lady, the Claret Knight, Thorn, who just wears a red scarf, and this is the man in the blood-soaked suit. Yikes. Although these people are all on my side now, which is great. Okay, Crosshair, you've got a job. Ooh. I do like the idea of the accessory on one arm. I mean, for me, I would like, now I just have to look at it again, and I am absolutely going to get confused here. But yeah, I feel like some sort of windy bracelet, you know? Be so cool. Ah, Fashion Bunny. What are we going to do? Do I have to set one more card aside? I do. Very cool, Flower, I agree. And Flower, I don't know. You can do anything you want. That's all I have to say about that. So we're going to take an action immediately with Thorn, and I'm going to use it to get a clue here, which is the point of this situation. Yeah, there you... Oh, God, Elmira. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'll take things that sound a couple of different ways. I'll take heterophones for 800, Alex. Oh boy, that's obviously no. I know what you said. oh, literally. Very good answer, Flower. I like that. Okay, we're going 5 to 2 with Michael Lee, and fuck it, we'll just exhaust you to make it 6. Good. Get a clue. I'll take the clue, which is what I need. First real action, quote unquote real action, we're going to spend X resources, choose a concealed mini card adjacent to a location X connections away, look at its revealed side once per game. Well, I may as well do this now. I'm going to spend 0 resources to choose a card 0 connections away, and I'm going to look at it without exposing it. That's the decoy. Very good. Dad jokes and datitude. Oh, you have no kids, so it's all jokes. Okay, I see. It's a good question, Flower. Is a dad joke necessarily because you are a father or a parent? Or is it more of a state of mind? Things to think about. Second action, we're going to investigate again because we want to find our way out of this rambling route. Charlie is continuing to pick his way across the city, littered with strange buildings from all sorts of strange times across ages and eras of humanity. Pedro Pascal would say a lot of things, Elmira, and he could say anything he wanted to me. You know what I mean? Agreado. Thank you, Crosshair. All right, we're going to exhaust Bonnie Walsh. Oh, I successfully investigated, so I get evidence. Already Michael, and I'll go, what are we at here? That was 5, 6, 7 to 2. Seems good. We will reveal this concealed mini card, which is L. Oh, Crosshair. God, thanks, I hate it. Lose 2 resources. Okay. Oh, was I? No. Okay, no, I wasn't supposed to resolve the keywords before as well. And this also has concealed 1, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's another rambling route. Oh, it's exactly the same. God, well, that's weird. Oh, burning my brain here. Charlie continues to pick his way across the landscape, hoping against hope to find, perhaps, something. Oh, really, Crosshair? I feel like there's people in this chat who could be like, whoa, hang on, let me just... Oh, you want to hear about more... Oh, this week. Okay. Just checking. Flower, I think you're going to have to add some more vertices to that polygon. Oof. Anyone like geometry in the chat? Geometry? Many vertices. Is going to have to be a big polygon. Oh, boy. Yes, Well, there's no mini card for it, Crosshair. Sorry. You mean that it said this, right? It said City of Remnants L. No, the concealed card. I will be shuffling these again, obviously. Yeah, the L. Here you are. It is L. Ah, of course, Flower. Well, that's how we're going to get... Okay, great, perfect, Flower. It's all coming together. I get Pedro Pascal on the horn. Don't ask me how, don't ask me... Well, ask me why. No, the why will be explained. Don't ask me how. I'll figure it out myself. Okay, that's my job. Get Pedro Pascal on the horn. I explain I've got a whole community of people who are like super horny for... Sorry, super interested in talking with him. Then, and I talk about non-Euclidean geometry and cosmic horrors. He comes on the show. We make it an interview show once. Bada bing, bada boom. Pedro Pascal. And yes, I think 10,000 rubles would probably work there. Oh, God, a Pedro phone call. Phone call. Pedro phone call. Ludicrous. Oh, boy. Well, yeah, I mean... Yeah, on the show. What did you think I was gonna say? Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing again. Oh, okay. Good, Lamira, good. I'm glad we're always on the same. The whole chat, we're always on the same wavelength, which is good. Oh, don't worry, Crosshair. I'm not even getting to the tower today. For sure. No, hey, Flower. I thought that was Paul Prospero. Oh man. Oh jeez. So lucrative. Talk about a side hustle. Am I right? Okay, let's listen to another. We got a Sia track coming up for you next. 911. What's your emergency? Incredible. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh man, can you imagine if Paul Prospero was Pedro Pascal this whole time? That's weird. It's weird to consider. Okay, last action. People. Oh boy. I mean, if the outfit comes together, I'm sure the if is not even in doubt. But sometimes things happen. Perhaps, but I have a lot of faith, as do you, I'm sure, the Crosshair, as does everyone in the chat. Myra, you're gonna crush it, and using the costuming and accessories and makeup, that is going to rocket it. Whoop-bam! That is going to rocket it to the next level. The roleplay will be through the roof, straight to the moon, Alice. Straight to the moon. Whoop-bam. Where's my playlist? There we go. Okay. How do we do this? We will... Yes, Flower. Damn, Skippy. I mean... Oh, he's wearing a red tie already. Damn, maybe he is part of the Coterie this whole time. I need clues. That's the point of this, right? So, last action. Can I get another clue here? Yes. We're going to go 5, 6, 7. Perfect. +1. Take the clue. No problem. That brings us to the end of the investigation phase, which means it's upkeep time. Perfect. And a big gun, which is fantastic. Okay. It is getting tricky here as Charlie tries to remember the way that he came through. How is he going to get back to your tower? Your tower. How is he going to get back to the... Shush back there. Cat behind me. How is he going to get back to the tower? How is he going to find his way up? Picking across the ruins of the City of Remnants, he keeps coming across little bits and pieces of his own past, and he starts to think perhaps the way up the knotted tower isn't as... Perhaps I'm super distracted by that phrasing, Crosshair, let me tell you. That is super distracting phrasing. And you get one of these. Perhaps the way up the knotted tower and into the gravity-defying climb, maybe it's not a direct physical route. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. I will check the question immediately. Well, not immediately, but I'm checking it right now, so obviously. Okay. Perfecto. She be lurking. We always just be lurking, right? Yet, Crosshair. There's always a time for everything. I'm going to take a very quick break just to attend to something. We're going to be right back, and then we will see if we can make it to the gravity-defying climb before part 2 of this finale on Doomed. Back in a quick sec. Hello. Welcome back to Doomed. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game where I look suspiciously at the chat until they fess up. What did you do? What did you do? Welcome back. Charlie Kane has started to develop a theory about how to get up this tower into this strange... Perfect! Flower, thank you, Flower, I appreciate it. Lemira and Crosshair, Flower immediately threw you both under the bus. I just want you to know, Flower of August is a snitch. Winter be snitchin'. Flower famously also a proponent of winter. I love it. We go to 1 out of 10 Doom as Charlie begins to put the pieces together, and we draw an encounter card. Oh, good God. This is the Apocalyptic Presage. Oh, okay, Crosshair's cool with it. Do that, shuffle. So, when it enters... Okay, this is bad. As Charlie looks out into the distance, verifying that behind him the knotted tower still exists, it's more of an absence of a breeze. Begins to make his blood run cold. Michael Lee also grits his teeth, turns around, and nods. He and Thorn have become quite close since they're both essentially in the same business of hunting. Something's coming. When Apocalyptic Presage enters play, choose a non-weakness card that they control in their hand or play area, set it aside out of play as a hollow. Action: when Apocalyptic Presage is defeated, instead of adding it to the victory display, discard it, choose up to 3 hollows. Now that's a reaction, so I could choose to get hollows back instead of putting it in the victory display. Oh. Huh. Oh, so Flower, Snitch, Blood in the Clock Tower is Mafia-esque, yes? If I'm not mistaken? 10 Candles creator was streaming it not that long ago, and I wanted to tune in. It sounded so cool. Mafia Plus. Yes. Very good. Okay. Well, we have to choose a card and set it aside as a hollow. I don't want to, but I will. And then I think we're just going to evade this thing and run. Because it doesn't hunt, right? So yeah, I think that's all we're going to do. Oh, Flower! What a lovely thing to ask. Is it, it's an RPG, and it's presumably played with a deck of cards. Is there a digital equivalent? Possibly on TTS? Games? Crosshair's like, out of my way! Crosshair's like, get out of there! Bun Bun coming through! Smash, crash, kaboom. Alright. Free action with Thorn quickly taking point against this strange... oh, shooting a game shot. Everyone should shoot their game shot. You know what I mean? Actually, I'm not sure if you do know what I mean. Look, if there's something that if there's something that people are passionate about, just put it out there, you know? You never know when you might discover someone else with the same passion, or someone willing to try your passion out to see if they like it, you know? Yeah, great question, Lemira. No, I generally don't know what I mean. Sometimes the words just be flowing. It's the improv problem, right? You yes and so fast, your brain has no ability to keep up. And yes, okay, cool. Okay, there's an app. not TTS, and it's probably discussed for another time. Yeah, improvlum, exactly. All right, free action. We're going to use this kitty cat to evade the apocalyptic presage. Yes, I know what I said, and I'm going to keep hope in play for now, which is, thank you for yes-anding the joke about yes-anding, and then my yes-anding there of said joke. Could go in circles forever. Hope, the one of the cat warriors from the Dreamlands, nods at Miss Doyle and takes off running in the opposite direction. With a horrible screeching yowl, it draws the attention of this strange vortex of power, and it hopefully shoots off in the other direction. We're going to attempt to evade. I was evading with a base value of 5 plus 3. Yep. So 8 minus 2 is more than 2. We evaded the thing. Actions, we're going to move back to the knotted tower. Oh, and we're going to investigate here to try to find more clues at different locations. That's what we're going to do. Hey-ya! Charlie Kane takes a few deep breaths, looks around, counts his allies. Hope, the cat, eventually comes back over the hill, smiling and purring, if it is possible for a cat to smile. We're going to investigate. I have 2 intellect, 5 with Michael Lee, 7 with Miss Doyle, and I need to go 1 more, 9 with Hope. That's fantastic. We are going to reveal this one. This is the City of Remnants M. It has concealed 1, so we do this. And we immediately move to it. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I'll take things that work on the stage and in the bedroom for 600. Crosshair. Take things that don't work on both for 1,000. Things that don't work on the stage and in the bedroom at the same time. Oof. Oof. I feel like, look, if you're with someone who's in the theater industry, they'll understand what you mean by stage left, but I'm sure you'd still get a weird look. Otherwise, no, not that left, the other left, stage left. What the hell? For those not in the know, although I imagine most people in the chat are, stage left and stage right are left and right as, oh god, now I'm gonna forget. Is it yeah, it's as you're looking at the stage from the audience. Which, of course, as an actor, you typically play the other way, so it is reversed, which is nice and annoying as well. Yeah. Oh god, is it from the stage or is it from the audience? Damn it, now I can't remember. What a terrible theater actor I am. When you expose this location, if it's in the middle position, choose a non-weakness card in your hand and set it aside out of play as a hollow. Blah. Fine. Ugh, I don't want to keep getting rid of cards. Blah. So many hollows. They're all gone. It's another rambling route. I guess they're all the same, hey? Interesting. Okay. Having escaped the clutches of this strange vortex-like creature, Charlie Kane continues to look around for any sort of possible clues. As we go to 2 out of 10 Doom, we draw an encounter card. Paradimensional Terror. You must decide. Flip each decoy over. Okay. Shuffle all concealed mini cards in play. Place them face down at random in the positions they were in. Or everyone takes a damage in a horror. Well, that's easy. Sorry, Thorn, my man. Ouchies. You're taking a damage in a horror. I am not messing with this insanity. Thorn suddenly stops and collapses, gritting their teeth, shaking a little bit. Being so close to that entity, that vortex, has left them shaken, but still able to perform their duties. We still need clues, so we're going to get them. I am going to investigate at 5 and 8 again, because this is how we do. I think my hope is that I'm just going to get these clues that I need. Find... yeah, I agree, Crosshair. It needs a little bit more... yeah, just a little bit more clarification. And then we're going to try to find another place to go so that we can get another clue. Although it is almost time. Let's try to get our 4 clues before we move on. So, it is a 2-shroud location. I'm going to investigate again. 5, 6, 7 to 2. Very good. We will reveal this concealed card, which is a decoy. What did that card say? It's a flip each decoy over. Oh, right, because I think they would just leave play. But I guess they would stay because now we need to be able to shuffle them back up for that specific treachery. So last one, we're going to investigate again. 2, 4, 5, and 6. 7. Okay. Charlie's able to find his way very quickly because of all of the allies that he has access to, all of his friends. Oh, look, it's the city remnants, M. It was not in the left or the right position, so nothing happens. Oh, sorry, I haven't gone there yet. I'm sorry, I have not actually ventured there yet. That's it for us. The apocalyptic presage doesn't hunt, so we just upkeep. Go to 3 out of 10 doom. Charlie is on the verge of figuring something out. I can feel it. Dissonant voices. You cannot play assets or events. It's then that the shouting begins. It is at the volume of a whisper, but it tickles the base of his skull in a way that is just frightening enough. He looks around. No one else seems to be plagued by the voices, but everyone else seems to be looking at him. He's speaking just a little louder than usual. First action, we move into the City of Remnants. 3 shroud and 1 clue. When you move from Alien Frontier to a connecting location to its left or right, balls. Okay, okay. I do, Lamira. I'm gonna read the comment, and I'm gonna just read it the way I read it. All right, I gotta eat and then go do my costuming. Costuming, of course. Of course. The word chew is right in there. Cucumbing. Yeah, cucumbering, exactly. Have a wonderful, wonderful time, Lamira. I'm actually going to be wrapping up in like 2 seconds as well because I gotta eat as well, and it is hot in here AF. We're going to make this a 2-parter, team, and we'll all be back. I'll finish up the round, but Lamira, is wonderful for you to drop by. Thank you so much for coming, and appreciate it as well. Classic. Pedro Pascal. Yeah, get that blood. Get that blood, everyone in the chat. Get that blood. Okay, good. See you later. Okay. When you move from Alien Frontier to a connecting location to its left or right, test Agility 5. If you fail, take 2 damage. Woo! No, thank you. We are just gonna get this clue, buddy-o. Let's investigate. 5, 8 to 3. Ouch. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Charlie can afford a little bit of failure here. The voices are keeping him moving forward. That one's better. That's a -4, so we'll get this clue. As we go to upkeep. Aha, there's Alice Luxley. There it is again! We go to 4 out of 10 doom. And our encounter card is Ancient Evils. Place a doom on the agenda. I was just saying how we could totally afford to take our time. By venturing out this way, Charlie has made it to the edge of the City of Remnants, an alien landscape laid out before him, all full of strange flora and fauna, things he's never seen before but could also never even conceive of. But being here, looking out into the depths of space, he knows what he has to do in order to get into the gravity-defying climb. But I think, my friends, that is where we're going to leave it for today. I know it might be a really quick wrap-up next time, but honestly, like I said, it's quite hot. You'll notice I don't have my green screen up. It's because it's quite hot. Oh. So, okay, Crosshair, hang on. Sorry, let's go back. I want to ask you what you mean by that. Because... Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. No, for sure it is. It says, yeah, it says when you move from Alien Frontier to a connecting location to its left or right. Its left is the rambling route, for sure. The Alien Frontier. I am... Oh, more snacks. What do you got there, buddy? Oh, God. Hang on 2 seconds, Steve. Max, get that out of your mouth. Yeah, but Crosshair, hang on. What do you mean it didn't spawn on the right? I was at this location. Yeah, it was, because the middle is not a position that it could be in. There is no middle. There's left, up, right, and down. So is middle but okay, hang on. Sorry, let me rephrase that. The two locations the cards were in, I placed them there and there, but I didn't know which was the decoy and which was the Alien Frontier. So when I revealed the correct mini card, well, oh! Middle means the middle of the three up here, which are the ones that we don't know what they are. These are the ones we draw from when we, reveal the mini cards and stuff. Fuck it. Yeah, what does middle mean, then? What does middle mean generally? Yeah, it's the three unrevealed locations at the top are the ones that we always replace with new cards from the deck. At any rate. Okay, I am going to call it here because it's time for me to eat and I'm going to run. It's hot. Charlie Kane is going to be driven insane, but he's got all sorts of allies. Ooh, I see. Oh, lots of... God damn it, Flower! But I appreciate it. Thank you all so much for joining me today. It's been an absolute blast, as it always is. I'm going to hope to wrap this up sometime in the coming week, maybe even next Saturday, but hopefully before that. But we'll have to see. Of course, the best place to find out about when I'm going to be streaming the remainder of this scenario is on the Discord. Tomorrow, we've got Punchy Book Club on Elizabeth's channel, and then we have Avatar Legends: The Mirror Scale at 5 o'clock Eastern on RPG Clinic. Thank you, Flower. Thank you for being here. Flower, Weirdness, Crosshair, Aravana, Lamira when you were here, Elizabeth, whoever else is in the chat, thank you so much. It's an absolute blast. We're going to see you next time for the exciting, conclusion. I don't know how Charlie is going to actually deal with the red-gloved man. He seems to be invincible. Who knows how we're going to defeat him? But we're going to be seeing you next time.